In this task, we are going to use transport control keys. For this, we have to add the Corvette picture sequence at the end of the last video. So I just drag and drop it here and move it here so that it snaps. And we also have to create the 1 second fade out and 1 second fade in. So let's do that quickly. 1 second, one, then we need another one up here. What's the duration? It's 30 seconds, so it's 29. It's 29 with the opacity of 1 and fade out. So fade in, fade out, done. So the next thing what we have to do is to move the jump marker to the end of the picture sequence. Okay, so we just move it here and it snaps here. And now we are going to create different transport control keys on that specific video. So therefore we open the layer and we size up a little bit the transport line. To create the transport control key, we just have to double click because it's like a keyframe. And if we select that transport control key, we have all settings in our inspector on the right hand side. So the first one should be a pause marker and it should be at 2 seconds. So what does it mean? If we now run into the video and hit those transport control, it pauses, even if we don't have a pause up here. So with transport control keys, you can flexible create asynchronous actions on that clip, for example. We also have to create a second control key, which is a play at 5 seconds. And there is more to change. We also have to define it as a loop with an in point of 2 seconds and an out point at second 5. And the playback speed should be 1.5. So we select this keyframe, which is white now. Then we go up here, it's on play mode. Then we have to activate the loop. And now we can define the start point and the end point of this loop with the in point and out point. So in that case, we want to start at second 2. So actually it starts with the first frame of the pause or with the pause frame from here. And the out point should be at second 5 with a playback speed of 1.5 seconds. So if we now start the timeline, it pauses here. And then the loop starts here again with a 1.5 with a speed of 1.5 instead of 1. And at some point it also should start with the standard playback again, or continue with the standard playback. So we will create a new one, a new transport control key at second 11, for example, second 11. And it should be a standard play with no in point, no out point, and a standard speed of 1. So how does it look? If we hit that keyframe, it continues to play with the last frame or with the frame of the loop in that specific moment. So even if we move it a little bit to the left, it starts from this frame to play correctly, or a little bit less, for example. So it always just takes the last frame of the loop at this specific moment and continues to play with the standard speed till the rest of the clip. So that's it, what we have to do. Create 3 transport control keys and change the settings of this one, of each transport control key. And you also can play around with more transport control keys on that clip if you want to.